Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's podcast episode I'm talking to Dani, a local surfer and entrepreneur. We discuss how to make a business out of your passion, which lessons from surfing you can apply to running a company, how to stay ahead in such a competitive industry like tourism, and what do locals think about such a rapid development of Bali. This very inspiring conversation is full of insights and I'm really excited to finally share it with you. Okay, let's dive into it. Cool, Dani, then maybe we can start if you could just introduce yourself, tell a bit more about your background, how you came to this, how long you've been surfing, and how you discovered that you can also do business out of your passion.
Alright, so I started surfing basically when I was seven years old, back in Lagian. I'm from Kuta, Bali. And at that point, it's my childhood friends. It was just 5 of us who surf. Mm-hmm. We have older guys, it was Madekasim was back in that time. But yeah, it was just 5 of us as a kid surfing, learning to surf after school, Sometimes we sneak out the school to just surfing. We get one surfboard from a friend's. His father was a driver, and then he has a guest that give him a broken board that he fixed it. And yeah, he handed over to us. It was a broken board, so we got to repaint it again. So it was 5 of us. It was a beautiful memories. None of us know how to swim. None of us know how to swim. With a very limited equipment, we don't have a leash. But yeah, we had a basic of learning bodyboarding first. Mm-hmm. So we bodyboarding every afternoon, and then we slowly step onto the surfboard. And yeah, once this one person losing the board, the first thing you got to go is chase the board and then rescue your friends, So that was how I get into surfing. And then my background was I was studying in the tourism university, so a mix and match, but I feel like it wasn't just something for me. After doing a part-time job in the internship in the well-known hotels, but yeah, it's just something that your heart want to do. So I start doing a surf instructor as a freelance on 2011, 2012, while I was still in the university at the same time. I really get into surf coaching 2014. So that's where I was really like, oh yeah, this is something I feel like I want to do for the rest of my life. And yeah, that's a beautiful part of it. And go within the flow. Me and my other 2 good friends setting up Dream Surf Living. We shift the focus a little bit. We was thinking about not only to take you learning how to surf and catch the wave. We went into a bigger vision to where our childhood was.
Right.
What if these people experiencing how Bali was 20 years ago? Because we still can discover that, We have another potential destination about it. And yeah, we take people on an adventure.
And maybe if you could tell a few words about establishing Dream Surf Living. When did you found this company?
I ran the things on my own 2016 until 2019 basically. Then COVID happened.
Yeah.
That was one of the beautiful experience. At the same time was tough.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, it shaped us being who we are right now. And what we are doing back then was just basically on the COVID. All you got to do here, just surfing. Honestly, that's where the identity of the brand and the company come from. It was dream, surf, and living. So we were on the 2020 full-on surfing mode. So it just helping basically me, Blackie, and Theo out of hard time. I would say close to depression. As we know, Bali was just about tourism back then, right? It was just popping, everything moving fast, all about tourism, and suddenly, boom, you hit the pause.
Yeah.
And surfing get us a way of depression, all the difficulties, because in the surfing, you are in the moment.
Right.
You just have to be present. Take it as what it is, If it has to be a set, you just have to take it. If you're out of position, take it on your head. What can we do? Accept it.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's always beauty once you ride the wave. And then that's where we start with the name of bringing the identity of we only can dream about the good day will happen. during the 2020. All we got to do in daily life was just surfing to get out of this bad situation.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know it's that deep.
Yes,
Yeah.
and then here we go. We're living life, and each day we see, we're hoping to see light over and over. Even though we got called by the police sometime, 'cause we're not allowed to go into the water on 2020. But yeah, that's the beautiful part behind our name.
Yeah,
And
beautiful indeed.
And now we're still progressing company. Especially as a locally owned, we just want to make sure everything is professional and qualified. We don't want to just go taking people how to surf. What we are reflect the most is if it doesn't feel good for us as a surfer, there's no point for you to take the guests for surfing. It's safety. It's wild out there. Ocean can be on, can be off anytime. So we got to ask ourselves, does it feel good for you to go into the water? If it's not, tell the truth. And we may lose a day, but at least we know it's not safety. Once it's not worth it, it's just not worth it. You can't control the ocean.
Actually, it could be like a really good transition to my next question, is that you already mentioned this. As a surfer, but also as a business owner, you have responsibility for your clients, for others. What other lessons which you learned from surfing that you can apply in your business, which is also, by the way, like very competitive? It's the tourism industry it's a difficult market to stay competitive. So which lessons from surfing you apply to business, and which lessons from business you apply to progress as a surfer as well?
What we have, that's a nice question actually. It's stay true and stay present. In a way, we're saying this because of, again, we are, like you said, we are in the tourism business. It's just very fast moving. And same thing with the surf school. It's just so many things that popping up and can change the game of the business very quick. And what we are doing is we want to stay true. If this is something for us that we want to go forward, we will take it as it is. We're going to go through one by one, just like when you see the sets of the wave. You just have to take it as it is and enjoy every situation and every moment that you have. And with this saying, maybe that's the reason why we can connect a person like you, and we can build such a step-by-step small community that could grow because we're being true and we're being passionate about it. And that's where maybe we are different.
I like that you mentioned patience, because I think this is something, that's the skill which you definitely learn in surfing, about how to be patient, and when opportunity comes, go for it. I guess you also apply a lot in business. When there are moments to be patient, there are moments to act.
Exactly.
And don't hesitate.
It's in surfing, it's a beautiful journey, I would add on. It's just, someday you can feel like, oh my God, I'm a rock star. I do everything nicely. And then in some day, your body and your mind is not synchronized. And then you may just blame it on everything, but it's just not how it is. We have to understand ourselves someday. It's just, okay, this is a moment where I could take a lesson from what the situation happened, and maybe knowing yourself better and be more aware of it. And then when you have a good day, just remember to enjoy this moment, be in this moment, and just make the most out of it. And it's a long journey, but it's a beautiful one.
Well said. Many people, including myself, many people, I think, from Western culture, it's basically like a dream of many people, which most of them will not achieve, is to make business out of your passion and out of your hobby. So usually people have a choice of is it calling me, or it's a good job opportunity, and vast majority of people always choose okay, the opportunity is good, and many of them spend decades of their career not professionally fulfilled. And you are on the other side. You were listening to your intuition, what is calling you, and you made business out of this, even though it's challenging, as you mentioned before. Tell me about your professional fulfillment from point of view of surfing, but also from point of view of running a business. The fact that you made this choice of taking the difficult way but following your heart instead of working in the hotel?
When I was studying, I was in the, like I said, I was in the tourism industry. My focus was I want to work in the cruise. A lot of my friends are going for it, you know, because for us in here in Bali, when you are in the senior high school, people are expecting to just living or working in the cruise ship or living abroad to make a better living. And then at some point, I asked myself like, hey, why everyone want to leave when everyone at the same time want to come here?
Yeah.
You know? So then, but as I was still in this zone where, okay, maybe I just go working in the hotels. There was a point one day I had a bit of situation where it's just so difficult for me to handle what the rude guest was, okay, and where they just, you know, like, oh, you know, I pay you and go on, and we are at the same time forget to be a human. So at that point I lost it. I was like, hey man, I cannot do this anymore, and I quit. And I got into a surf. I do the coaching. I got a friend call me, hey, can you help me doing the coaching? And then the point where I see, oh my God, it's such a joy when they came doing paddling and catching the wave for the first time, even though they're falling, but they still going for it, and you see the joy of it. And then I realized like, oh, actually, this is why I'm still surfing. You know? You feel the joy in the moment. You feel the joy in each wave. Even though you're not riding it, but you see someone riding it, and you see someone progressing. That's another whole beautiful story. So I went to start the business on 2016, and that point you have one guest, and that made whole day. You just appreciate every small step of start being the communicating, because you feel the passion. I think that's what driven us until now. You got to feel the passion. You got to feel, okay, this is right, and just take it and just do it. We have a good organization to plan what's the next move, because I think you have known us for quite some time where we don't even have the building, we don't even have the shop. And now, thank God, by this whole community and your support, we could build a space that hopefully can grow as a community. And we hope that we can inspire more local to step up and feeling that, oh, we could have the same professionalism as other business, you know, because all this reputable business was owned by foreigners. And this is where we make breakthrough, I think. We want to show them, like, we want to show our local friends, like, hey, come on, wake up, we got to do this, we can do it, you know. But again, to be able to to do it, you got to ask yourself, can you be professional? Can you be dedicated? Do you have patience to make it too?
Cool, Dani, thank you for sharing. Another thing, like speaking of tourism, there are all sorts of issues which this high-speed development brings. And this topic is very controversial because many people are supporting this, that it brings prosperity to the island and to the country. Some people are against this. Even government now starts to implement some regulations. For you as a owner of a business in tourism, of course you benefit from this, because I think I've heard like that only these Christmas holidays, it's more than 1 million tourists visited Bali. Something like this, like a lot of people come, but on the other hand, you live here, this is your home, and you see how fast it's changing. Like, what is your call on the speed how Bali develops, and where do you find yourself?
It's a very controversial. We love it, but at the same time, we feel as a local, it could be too much at the same time, because now we see how it changed from how busy was Kuta, and then how busy was Minyak, move how crazy was Canggu, and it feels now going to our side here in Uluwatu. Even though I'm not originally from Uluwatu, but I've been spending some time here, so I see how all this green space taken and built as another nice villa or nice restaurant. But I think what we really do need is, for sure we need to adapt. but at the same time we need to know when it get too much, because the reason people want to come to Bali is because of Bali, and there's only one Bali in the world.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are saying the moment they step out of the plane, they feel the magic of the air.
Right.
You feel like, it's a welcoming, and it just different. But you see now all this building, the sad part is, if I can be honest here, the sad part is just too much Mediterranean style, and all of these are just cutting out all of our traditional shape of building, or maybe even our culture.
Yeah.
We are trying to be very adaptive in here, but at the same time, we feel like we are not ready to see another space taken just for being a beach club.
Yeah.
Another space taken for just being another Mediterranean villa.
Yeah.
We would be very happy when it's another space where it can be balanced between, hey, you make a building, but at the same time do think about the green space,
Yeah.
and also now think about the culture, the temple. You know? Maybe when you arrived back then, you see a lot of temples in every intersection or corner. Now it just turned to be a coffee shop, or a restaurant, or sign of a big beach club. And this is why we wanna bring on people awareness of, and building the community to saying like, hey, local, we need to wake up.
Yeah.
We need to protect this. This is only one home we have, and there's no home away from home for us.
Of course.
This is home. This is where you grow up. This is where you're born. Let's take care of it, and be adaptive, but at the same time be protective. Because we cannot blame only on one side. You know, our government have to have a good question. What are they doing up? And it is what it is now. Hopefully it be more, how you say, manageable.
Yeah.
And with the regulation and everything, hopefully it can be well organized, I would say.
Maybe also like the message for everyone who is about to visit Bali or invest in Bali or invest in real estate here. Maybe if you can just get the message from Dani and make your own decisions based on this input. Cool, Dani, and to wrap up the conversation, I'll have like a few quick questions. What are your top waves in the world? What's like top 3 waves?
Top 3 wave. Scarif is beauty and peace at the same time.
Yeah.
And then of course Uluwatu. And I think I would say my home break, Padma, the beach break in Legian. That's my, it's a home.
Yeah. 3 favorite surfers.
3 favorite surfers. Of course Andy Iron, Bobby Martinez, and I like Mick Fanning.
Okay, cool. And the last one will be like your favorite board or favorite boards.
Now recently my favorite board is Channel Island Bobby Quad.
Okay.
I really love it, and I've been loving this board from Eco. It's on a twin fin, so I like kind of the hybrid shape now, and I like the sharp eye of the 77 for a perfect.
Is there anything you want to bring, like anything, put something which you think important?
Maybe for us as a local, don't be shy for any opportunity, okay? Because we cannot just yawning the whole time saying, we are tired seeing this scam running from owned by this, but at the same time maybe let's take it ourselves and be professional if you wanna push yourself into it, and make sure have a good dedication, have a good heart.
Yeah.
You got to go with it, and just trust in your ability, as we are local can do the same. If we have the same professionalism, even maybe we can do better.
Yeah.
Who knows? Once you know your rhythm, once you know your flow, don't look down at yourself and go for it. Yeah, that's I think what I hope I can deliver the message from us Indonesian.
Cool, Dani, thank you so much.
Thank you, brother.
Amazing conversation.
Good.
And see you in the water.
See you in the water.
Yeah. Alright, that was the pod. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the conversation as much as we did. Leave a comment and let us know what do you think. If you have not done it yet, subscribe to my channel not to miss new podcasts and vlog. Also connect with me and Dani on Instagram. I wish you an amazing day and see you in a new video.